think that it's been challenging, especially in fixed income, for instance. And although you don't want to catch a falling knife, you can think that at some point, the fixed income asset class will become again an asset class where you can have a yield without taking too much risk. And also we saw a high demand for alternatives range or long-short equity Europe, because with this volatility and complexity, you want to have a limited downside as well.
Given how much uncertainty and volatility there has been in financial markets, have clients been sitting on a higher portion of cash than they would usually?
Yes, and I think it's a big problem because with inflation, you have only one option, losing money. So I think this is our role as an industry to give trust to invest, especially now that fixed income is more attractive with lower risk.
And when you talk about alternative assets, one other big theme that has come up in the last few years, especially since the last time I was at this own conference in 2019, is the rise of ESG investing. And I know that it is something that you're very focused on, but equally, it feels as though ESG investing has almost got a bit of a bad name in the past year or so because of so much greenwashing practice that has gone on. How do you discern between the good opportunities and the perhaps less appealing opportunities in that space? Yeah,
we are like walking on eggs now. Yeah. Indeed, I've been the sponsor of ESG for a long, long time at Carmignac. So like 10 years ago, I was like, people were throwing tomatoes at my face, but now it's changed. So I'm glad to have some airtime on ESG. And actually, you know, ESG today makes me think of a quote from Churchill about Russia in 1939. He said, Russia is an enigma wrapped in a mystery inside a riddle. You know, it shows you that how complex it is today, because our view, you know, is that today, as it comes to ESG, given the absence of clarity from regulators, given the lack of disclosure from corporates, asset manager as steward of capital, we have to be both humble and transparent about our criteria and process so that we can empower our clients to make their own asset allocation based on their own ethical stance. You know, for instance, before nuclear was bad, now nuclear is good again. Yeah. Before defense were bad, now we talk about security depending on the country where you have defense. You know, so this is like lots of moving parts, so humility and transparency.